Have you looked in the mirror today and noticed a tiredness that won't go away or marks that appeared too early, feeling like your appearance is taking a turn for the worse without explanation? The truth is that sugar acts as a silent poison, destroying your beauty and your mind. Hit the like button right now to support the channel, and let's reveal what the industry tries to hide from you. Number 1. Glycation. Imagine that, by eating that sweet treat, you are literally caramelizing your cells from the inside out in an irreversible and cruel chemical process called glycation. Sugar binds to the skin's supporting proteins, shredding collagen and elastin, transforming what should be a firm face into a flaccid and brittle structure. This generates deep, premature wrinkles that no expensive cream can resolve, as the damage is structural and biological. While you feel the momentary pleasure of the sweet, your face pays the price, aging years in a matter of months. Number 2. Painful inflammatory acne. It's not just a matter of oily skin. Sugar triggers a massive insulin spike that makes your sebaceous glands work frantically, creating the perfect environment for harmful bacteria. The result is not simple pimples, but painful, inflammatory, cystic acne that leaves spots and scars difficult to erase, destroying your self-confidence when you look in the mirror. Every time you give in to the craving for sugar, you are throwing fuel on a bonfire of inflammation on your own face, perpetuating a cycle of shame. Number 3. Insulin resistance. The invisible danger begins when your cells, constantly bombarded by glucose, decide to lock the doors and ignore insulin, forcing your pancreas to work to the point of total exhaustion. This state, known as insulin resistance, is your body's last desperate warning before type 2 diabetes sets in permanently and changes your life forever. You feel tired after eating, constantly hungry, and dizzy, without realizing that your metabolism is quietly breaking down while you continue feeding the problem. Number 4. Non-alcoholic fatty liver. You don't need to drink a drop of alcohol to destroy your liver. The excess fructose from syrups, juices, and sweets is transformed directly into visceral fat accumulated in the organ. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is a silent epidemic that inflames your body's detoxification center, compromising your general health and opening doors to severe and irreversible cirrhosis. It is terrifying to think that a vital organ is being suffocated and scarred by fat generated solely by your daily sugary diet. Number 5. Dopamine crash similar to cocaine withdrawal. Sugar hijacks your brain chemistry identically to hard drugs, activating reward centers and releasing dopamine, but the effect wears off quickly and leaves a devastating void. This sharp drop generates real withdrawal symptoms, making you shake, break out in a cold sweat, and become obsessed with the next sweet just to feel normal again. You stop being in control of your choices and become a biological slave to a substance that dictates your mood, your desires, and your artificial happiness. Number 6. Increased anxiety and panic attacks. The glycemic roller coaster caused by sugar makes your energy levels plummet, which the brain interprets as an immediate threat to survival, releasing adrenaline and cortisol. This toxic cocktail of stress hormones generates physical sensations of intense fear, palpitations, and anxiety that seems to have no apparent reason but originates on your plate. Many panic attacks are not purely emotional, but rather a desperate biological response from your body screaming for balance after a high dose of glucose. Number 7. Recurrent candidiasis. Fungi and yeasts that inhabit our bodies have a favorite food, sugar. When you consume sweets in excess, you are offering a VIP banquet for them to multiply uncontrollably. Recurrent candidiasis is not just bad luck, but a clear sign that your blood is too sweet, allowing the infection to thrive, itch, and return every month. Treating it only with creams without cutting off the fungus's food source is a losing battle that generates chronic discomfort, shame, and limits your intimacy. Number 8. Deep cavities and dental bone loss. Sugar in the mouth feeds harmful bacteria that produce corrosive acids capable of piercing the hardest enamel and reaching the tooth pulp in record time, causing excruciating pain. But the damage goes beyond cavities. The systemic inflammation caused by high glucose weakens the gums and the bone that holds the teeth, leading to periodontitis and actual tooth loss. The smile you see in the mirror may be deteriorating at the base, and recovering oral health after this costs a fortune and is extremely painful. Number 9. Hard and bloated belly. That sensation of being 5 months pregnant after a sweet meal happens because undigested sugar ferments in the gut, producing toxic gases that violently distend your abdomen. This fermentation creates a hard, painful, and bloated belly, destroying your silhouette and causing immense social discomfort, preventing you from wearing the clothes you like out of embarrassment. It is not just external fat, it is severe internal inflammation that deforms your body and compromises your digestive well-being every day. Number 10. Hair loss due to inflammation. Scalp microcirculation is severely affected by glucose spikes, preventing vital nutrients from reaching hair follicles, resulting in weak strands that detach from the root. Furthermore, the chronic inflammation and hormonal imbalance provoked by sugar accelerate the shedding cycle, leaving your hair progressively thin, dull, and lifeless. Seeing clumps of hair in the shower drain can be the most visible and desperate sign that your diet is assaulting your body and robbing you of your vitality. Number 11. Darkening neck folds. If you have noticed dark, velvety patches appearing in the folds of your neck, armpits, or groin, be careful, because this isn't dirt, it is a glaring clinical sign of insulin resistance. Excess insulin in the blood stimulates skin cells to reproduce rapidly and with more pigment, creating these embarrassing marks that reveal your critical metabolic state. Trying to scrub or use aesthetic whitening products is useless and frustrating because the problem comes from the inside out, signaling that your pancreas is crying for help and diabetes is knocking at the door. Number 12. Erectile dysfunction. Sexual performance depends entirely on healthy blood flow, but chronic sugar consumption acts like microscopic shards of glass, damaging the lining of essential vessels and capillaries. This hardens the arteries and hinders circulation, making it physically impossible to maintain adequate erectile function, regardless of your will or desire. It is not just a question of age, but of clogged veins and nerves damaged by sweet toxicity, deeply affecting masculinity, self-esteem, and intimate relationships. Number 13. Uncontrollable binge eating. You promise you will eat just one piece, but end up devouring the whole package and feeling overwhelming guilt afterward. This happens because sugar deactivates the satiety hormones in your brain. It creates a biological vicious cycle where your body, even full of calories, keeps screaming that it is starving, turning you into a hostage of your own impulses. This emotional and chemical hunger destroys any attempt at dieting, making you feel like you have no willpower, when in fact you are fighting against hacked biochemistry. Number 14. Poor quality sleep and nightmares. Waking up tired, sweaty, or having frequent nightmares can be the direct fault of the dessert you ate at night, causing reactive hypoglycemia while you sleep. When your blood sugar plummets in the middle of the night, the body releases cortisol and adrenaline to save you, which fragments your sleep and prevents deep restorative rest, which is essential for mental health. You spend the next day dragging your body, irritated and with brain fog, needing more sugar and coffee to survive, perpetuating an exhausting cycle of chronic fatigue. Number 15. Cancer feeds on glucose. Perhaps the most terrifying fact is knowing that cancer cells possess a voracious appetite for glucose, consuming sugar up to 200 times faster than healthy cells to grow and spread. This phenomenon, known as the Warburg effect, suggests that maintaining high blood sugar levels is like throwing gasoline on fires that your body is trying to put out. Reducing sugar is not just about aesthetics, it is a survival strategy to cut off the favorite energy supply of tumors that may be silently developing right now. Number 16. Destruction of beneficial gut flora. Your gut is your second brain, but sugar acts like an atomic bomb on your microbiota, killing good bacteria and feeding parasites and pathogenic bacteria. This imbalance, called dysbiosis, compromises the absorption of vital nutrients and allows toxins to leak into your bloodstream, generating inflammation throughout the body. Without healthy flora, your digestion stalls, your mood plummets due to a lack of serotonin produced there, and you become vulnerable to autoimmune diseases that could be avoided. Number 17. Immune system weakening for hours after consumption. Just one high dose of sugar is capable of paralyzing your white blood cells, reducing the effectiveness of your immune system by up to 50% for several hours straight after ingestion. During this immune coma period, you are completely exposed to viruses, bacteria, and opportunistic infections that your body would normally fight off effortlessly. If you are constantly getting sick, catching the flu, or have infections that take a long time to heal, the likely culprit is your diet, which keeps your natural defenses turned off for most of the day. Number 18. Facial swelling and water retention. That round, puffy, undefined face you see in photos is often not real weight gain, but severe water retention caused by high insulin. Sugar makes the kidneys retain sodium and water, transforming your face into an inflamed full moon, hiding your natural bone structure and beauty. Upon cutting this poison, it is common for people to deflate miraculously in days, revealing that the heavy appearance was just a symptom of a body trying to dilute the excess circulating toxins. Number 19. Increase in bad cholesterol. Forget fat. The real villain of your arteries is sugar, which transforms LDL cholesterol into small, dense, and oxidized particles, highly capable of penetrating and clogging vessel walls. This specific type of cholesterol is what causes heart attacks and strokes, as it inflames the circulatory pathway, creating silent and deadly atherosclerosis plaques. Your exams might look normal, but the quality of your cholesterol is being destroyed with every sweet, preparing the ground for a sudden cardiovascular event. Number 20. Short-term memory loss. Frequently forgetting where you put your keys or someone's name is not an age thing, but rather the brain suffering from neuroinflammation caused by glucose spikes. Scientists are already calling Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes, as insulin resistance in the brain prevents neurons from processing energy, leading to cell death and slow cognitive decline. You are literally losing pieces of your history and your future identity in exchange for a momentary pleasure on your palate today. Number 21. Sudden mood swings. You know that explosive irritation that comes out of nowhere and makes you treat those you love poorly? Often, it is your brain in withdrawal or suffering from a sharp drop in sugar, creating dangerous emotional instability. Glucose dependence steals your patience and serenity, turning you into a temperamental person who oscillates between euphoria and deep anger several times a day. Regaining control of your diet is also regaining control of your personality and peace in your family life. Final thoughts. Now that you have seen 21 irrefutable proofs of how sugar is destroying your beauty, your mind, and your future, the choice is in your hands. Continue poisoning yourself or take back control of your life today. If this content opened your eyes in any way, please subscribe to the channel to protect your health with more truths like this, and hit the like button so this warning reaches more people.